Welcome to Tony's podcast. I am your host Tony, and today we're on vacation in the cabin with my family. On my right we have James. On my left we have Billy, and next to him we have Ant. So just the boys right now. You want to say hi to the crowd, Billy?
Hello.
Hello, guys. It's Ant.
Hey, this is James on the best podcast that nobody's ever heard of.
Yeah.
Eventually someone will hear it. So, I just want to start off today's podcast with the topic that I have an opinion on, and I just kind of want to hear everyone else's opinion and see kind of where it goes from there. But I want to talk about the story with Hot Sauce Gate. Billy, you want to give your pretty much brief summary of it?
Yeah. So, my knowledge of Hot Sauce Gate. Anthony, are you ready? Because Anthony has been wanting to know what Hot Sauce Gate is for a couple weeks now since Tony brought it up, but we've been waiting till this moment to kind of fill him in on the situation. So apparently, Drake had sexual relations with a woman in a nightclub?
No, he talked. Oh, what was it? So apparently he found her on Instagram, and they started chatting up, and then that's kind of when the story started.
Okay, so they had sexual relations somewhere. And so they had sex. Sex was over. Apparently, Drake carries around a small bottle of hot sauce with him. And he puts the hot sauce into the condom to kill his sperms. Because apparently it's an issue he has with women. The lady went back into the bathroom, took the condom, dumped what was inside of the condom into her lady parts, and got burnt from the hot sauce condom, and now she is suing him for, her medical bills and whatnot. Because Tabasco or whatever hot sauce he likes, Tapatio, did some damage to her insides.
Oh, so she's trying to get impregnated by his condom.
Yeah, exactly.
Condom juice.
And apparently that's something Drake got to deal with on a regular because he's carrying around hot sauce to take care of it,
Did he say what kind of hot sauce it was?
But wouldn't it burn you though, and her? No, it would burn you, right?
He put it in after they were done. So he took
he busted his nut.
Dumped the hot sauce inside and threw it in the trash.
He threw it in the trash. No, he threw it in the trash can. He picked it out the trash can, and then he put the hot sauce in it, or something like that.
Yeah.
Yo, that's mad smart. I mean, I don't know why people don't do it, because they be stealing people. Like,
Who is they?
There's females out here. They're like that. I'm serious. They'll take it and literally like shove it in there, and then like try to tilt the condom out, and then like sit up like, you know what I'm saying?
See, the thing is, I can understand if that's like in Hollywood or L.A. or somewhere famous, but like, well, then again, it is Drake, So.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Billy pretty much summarized the whole entire thing, and they actually went, and they ended up going to court. And I was just thinking, like, as the defense lawyer for the lady, like, how do you defend something like that? Oh, Your Honor, like, Drake is at fault because he. That's as far as I've got. I got nothing.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So moving on. I mean, she's suing him, right? But I mean, is it wrong though? Why? Why she suing him? It's not like he put it on during sex. It just he put it on after. You know what I'm saying? That's like it's already been disposed.
Yeah. That's the whole point. It
So
doesn't make any sense. Has there been a verdict? Is it done with yet? Or is it ongoing?
It's probably ongoing.
Yeah.
Like, this is like a first time, right?
Yeah.
Like, nobody's ever done this before.
Yeah, as far as I know.
Okay. That's... I mean, there has to be another way besides using hot sauce.
Yeah.
Tabasco? Or Cholula?
Don't have sex with a strange woman.
or that
I mean,
too?
but when you're a rock star, rap star, I guess that's just what you do. But
Yeah, so like the reason why I kind of keep bringing this up is, for me, one of the subject I really like to talk about is like a relationship, and with hearing this kind of stuff where men kind of have to protect themselves after trying to protect themselves with a condom, you have to like worry about the woman doing some crazy stuff like this, like it is wrong. And to answer your question and earlier, there she sued him for like damages, you know, but like she brought it upon herself. So is it really damages? Like if she
Damage to her pussy.
yeah, that's like the whole point, you know. But
Drake be tearing it up. I'm sorry.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
I mean, dude, that's ridiculous. Honestly, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. Yeah, but I mean, would you do the same thing if you're as famous as Drake though? Would you do that if you knew? Like,
Okay,
that already happened to him before.
Exactly.
So maybe that's why he's more like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe that the reason he had his son was because the stripper just ended up doing that, and he fucking just was like, all right, fuck it.
I think that he's
I'm gonna
going
prevent
to win the case because he's using condom for protection,
Right.
and
And the
and he
hustles.
properly dispose of it.
Huh.
But so whatever the girl did afterwards, I think that's all on her.
For
like-
taking personal emotional damage on herself. Bro, what?
Yeah, I mean the hot sauce is whatever, but what she did after the fact, the sex, and then he did his part for protected sex and everything, but then she's going to go to pick this thing out of the trash and
Thoroughly examined it. Right.
Yeah, and
Do we know do we know her side of the story? Like, did she try to twist it and say that she didn't do that?
No. She
Or did
she was.
straight up
Everyone
say,
knows.
Yeah, I did that.
Everyone knows. Yeah, everyone knows they did that. And the reason why she sued is because like of the damages that was done to her. You know, and like why do men have to go to such lengths to protect themselves? Like that's why that's why I don't understand.
Yeah.
You know, so like okay, so I have consent with this lady, right? And I put protection on top of that, right? And I dispose of it. It's not like I left it on the bed or anything, you know. Like so, as Drake, he's doing all this stuff to prevent a pregnancy, but she's kind of like taking his DNA and like without his permission at this point, right?
Yeah.
So like that's where it's wrong.
Well, I'm sure somebody on the level of Drake has to deal with this a lot more than your average Joe. More than us four would have to. You know?
right.
Like, you got to lay down some good pipe for a girl to be fucking grabbing a condom out the trash and dumping it in herself. You know what I'm saying? I mean, for real. So, Drake is probably like, any girl he fucks is going to attempt to do some type of thing like that because they're like, he's a bajillionaire, you know? It's fucking Drake. Let's get it. You know, like, that's it.
So is this just a rumor, or did Drake like go forward and say, I use hot sauce in the
That I
condom?
don't-
It happened. It's real. It's all real.
But he didn't deny it that he
No.
didn't. Okay, I thought it was like this person made it up for the clout, that damages, and now trying to sue him for X amount of money and the fame.
All right, so do you guys want to keep talking about the Drake stuff, or you want to move on to another topic? Down for whatever. All right, so let's do a conspiracy theory thing. It's
Nice segue.
Oh, you don't want to take
It's,
five for
it's one of my
commercial
favorite-
break?
it's one of my favorite topics. All right. It's what do you think about the Mandela Effect? What's your opinion on that?
Can you describe? Give a synopsis of what that is for the folks that
Pretty
don't know.
much, people are saying online that they remember things a certain way than it really happened in history. Like people thought.
It's usually like logos and stuff, right?
Well,
Like
the
Planet
reason they called the
Peanuts
Mandela
logo?
Effect was because of I forget the guy's name, but
Mandela.
Mandela. What was his first name?
Nelson.
Nelson Mandela. They thought he like died in prison back in the 80s, but he didn't die till like way later. But people remember on the news seeing him pass away or like announcing. And then there was one with Monopoly with the monocle. Some people remember him wearing a monocle, but a lot of people didn't.
Yeah.
And then there was like a couple more. So I'll give you one more.
The sun-dried raisins? The
Yeah.
raisins, like with the sunglasses or no
Mhm.
sunglasses?
And then the Bernie Bears. I don't know. I forgot what the fuck it's called.
There's also that cornucopia on that one underwear company. It's just
Joint.
Fruit of the Looms.
Fruit of
Fruit of the
the
Looms. Right. So yeah, I saw a video about that on YouTube. There's like a bunch of fruits like your grapes, your apple, and all that stuff, and behind that there's supposed to be a cornucopia. So when I saw that, I was like, I remember it, but apparently the cornucopia doesn't even exist. Yeah.
Right, on a thing, which is fruits, right?
Yeah.
Right, so, and then there's one with Pikachu having a black tip on his tail. Because I remember drawing him.
He doesn't.
But he doesn't. He has the little brown tip on the butt.
You mean on his
the
back?
bottom of the tail.
No, that's what I remember. Yeah.
No, but I drew it when I was younger. I drew it on the tip of the tail. You know?
Okay. I just pulled up some. So let's do a little experiment. Okay? I'm gonna read some of them out and then we'll see how we remember them. Can we do that?
We can do that.
Okay. So do you remember the peanut butter Jiffy peanut butter? Or is it Jif peanut butter?
Jif.
It's GIF. Wait, what are you talking about? What?
Okay, so there's a Mandela Effect.
Oh, what the hell?
Okay.
Yo, wait. Is this? Wait, hold on. So this is the Mandela Effect. What's the conspiracy behind this? Like, cause like, what are we on like alternate universe where I remember one thing and then you remember something else?
So conspiracy theory is like our universe has ended, or like maybe like something happened in the process, and like we're either merging dimensions. People are like remembering things that happened in another dimension or something. Like something had collapsed along the way, where certain people remember certain events happening differently than a lot of most. I don't know. That's like the whole conspiracy. Like again, I mean, on it, you know, just the mentioning or like actually, I don't know where I'm going with this, but you know what I'm saying. The clashing of dimensions. That's why it's such a weird thing. Because
Right,
online is so much. There's so many different point of views or reflections of different past memories. So I just thought it was interesting because a lot of people, like, I asked these to other people too, and they tell me completely different things. So I'm like, so which one? You know what I'm saying? At the end of it, what the fuck is real? Like, what's?
Are you saying like another dimension clash with ours, and now it's overriding what we know? Okay. What's the next one you got, Billy?
So what's yours?
But the one I'm seeing is Pikachu's tail.
Let's talk about it a little further.
Okay.
Okay. Where are we at?
What's your thought on the dimension?
Oh.
Mandela.
I mean, I definitely believe that because you ever heard that it's kind of the same theory that like deja vu. I've heard the theory that deja vu is two dimensions getting close to each other. So it's you in another dimension and you in this dimension, and apparently you're doing so close to like very similar things within those dimensions that you get deja vu because you're like reaching through almost. I don't know, but yeah, I've heard that. Does that make you ever heard that?
I've heard that.
Yeah. So when you're walking around, you're like, damn, I got deja vu.
Now see, but that could collide with the Mandela Effect as well, couldn't it? Is it completely irrelevant? It's quite irrelevant.
Wait. So if you think about it, like how many possible dimensions are there to have collapsed to get the one that we got? So because what you explained, it sounds like there's just two. So like with that being said, there should be like infinite number of universes collashing, right?
I guess that makes sense. So in that case, everybody would just be walking around all day like, I got deja vu.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
24/7.
Yeah.
Because apparently there's infinite amounts of dimensions, right?
Pretty much.
Or what is that the theory of what is that?
I mean, there's like a million theories, dude. Like it's hard to keep track which one is which.
It's the multiverse. I'm telling you. Yeah. So what about you guys? What's your thoughts on the Mandela Effect?
I don't really think there's like multiple universes. It's just that at one point, really early on, maybe before our lifetime, that it was at one point Jiffy, and then it comes to our generation where they rebrand themselves and now it's Jif. Because you've seen it.
Yeah.
all the brands these days have rebranded to be more modern. So whatever you built from the old one is now kind of catching up with the times. So that way it's just more appealing
Yeah, it makes
to the
sense.
current times.
Yo, all right, look, I'll say this now. If I'm wrong, I'll be wrong. If I'm not, whatever. In the future, we're gonna remember Meta, but we're not gonna remember Facebook. Like, oh, you remember this thing called Facebook? It's like, no, man, it's always been Meta.
Yeah, and at that point,
You know?
it'll be number 46 on the list of
Right?
Mandela Effect.
That's what I'm saying.
You know? It'll be like, oh, that's a Mandela Effect. Was it ever really Facebook?
Was it? But like on
Mountain Dew is now MTN Dew.
What?
Yeah. Like
It's
their
just
name
MT?
change. MTND, yeah.
MTN.
MTN Dew.
TN.
So they just like abbreviated it, made it shorter.
So that's a new thing.
It's been a thing.
What? Wait.
Bruh, this is the Mandela effect in action right here because
Wait,
I don't know.
so
I
the
did
whole
not know
time
that.
It was just MTND the whole
If
MTM.
you
What?
look at the can, it says MTN Dew.
Oh, maybe they shortened it, but before it probably was like
It's
Mountain
just the whole
Dew.
Mountain Dew.
Oh, okay.
Wait, so it's always been Mountain Dew, but just
Wow.
okay. That made it way more complicated than it had to be, man. Like I don't even remember what it even looks like anymore.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I'm looking it up right now. Mountain Dew can.
Right. So there is something funny that I thought about conspiracy theory just the other day. You know the History Channel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's the what the hell is it called? The crazy alien guy, the guy with the crazy hair. Yeah, and he does that shit. What's his name? Fuck. What's it called? Ancient Aliens.
Yeah.
Ancient Aliens. Thank God, dude. I was gonna drive myself nuts if I could not remember that. But if you ever watch Ancient Aliens, you gotta pay attention to what they say, and like because whatever they say, they cannot be sued because they're not making any specific claim. They're not saying like the sky is blue or there are aliens. They always say some stupid bullshit like, what if aliens existed, or like, could it be that the Mandela effect is just multiverse? Like they're never saying like, hey, this is the multiverse happening, collapsing, and we call it the Mandela effect. They say, could it be? What if it were multiple?
They're
Like,
saying the pyramids were built by aliens.
yeah,
They're saying
we're not
what
saying that it was built by aliens, but what if it was built by aliens?
Okay.
So like whenever it comes to like the conspiracy theories, just try to differentiate between the people that are making a claim and person that's just saying theories, right? So with the whole Mandela effect thing, like it's that I feel like that's in the realm of like just theory, where people just think like, okay, I can't explain why the Mandela effect happened, why deja vu happened, but could it be? Like who is actually making that specific claim, right?
Yeah.
All right, so there's another one, Hollow Earth or Flat Earth.
no.
What do you guys? What's your thoughts on the Flat Earth or Hollow Earth?
I remember Hollow Earth from the movie. What's that movie? It was King Kong versus Godzilla, wasn't it?
No.
Kong versus
with
Godzilla?
the regular. Oh yes, Godzilla versus Kong.
Yeah, and then like Kong was trying to get to the Hollow Earth. Remember, it's like a whole different world in
That's
Earth.
right, because they had to drill something into the Earth to get to the.
Was it a drill or is it some kind of portal?
Oh, and for the mic, one of them is the front, one of them is the back.
That's why I'm speaking into.
Because Godzilla and King Kong was like colliding, and there can only be one like alpha in the surface.
That's right. And wasn't Kong trying to get something?
He was trying to go back to his Hollow Earth.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. But see, there was reports back in like 1945. So there was like a pilot that tried to, or like a Navy person that works for like the Nazi. Not Navy. I mean, I guess there would be Navy. The Nazi navies. He like had his own expedition team that like went to the North Pole and pretty much found like an area where you can enter into, like the Hollow Earth, and he wrote like a whole book about it. You can find it online. Don't know the name. Just Google Hollow Earth Expedition 1945 or 1946. It's pretty cool, man.
They found the Tesseract.
Bro.
Do you guys remember that movie, Journey to the Center of the Earth?
Yeah.
I think it was Brendan Fraser, right?
Yeah. And then they made a second one with The Rock.
What the hell was the story? I can't even remember. They fell through the earth and then like they were trying to get their way back or
There was
something.
dinosaurs. And
I remember that, yeah. But what the hell was the point of the movie? That's what I'm trying to say. I can't remember.
Oh, I think they were trying to find their grandfather or someone that was missing in the beginning.
So you're telling me if my grandfather disappeared, the first place I should look is in the middle of the earth?
Well, because he left behind books.
Oh,
He left behind books and clues that he was doing research, trying to find the hollow earth.
We've located heaven.
Bro.
It's not above us. It is within us. In the center of the earth.
Oh, was that the second one?
What?
I think that was the second one. I don't know.
wait, but back on topic. What? Okay, so what is the claim? That the center of the earth is actually hollow and there's actually another universe within it? Like
There-
how's that? Like how did people come to this conclusion? I don't get it.
It's not a conclusion, but I mean they pretty much had facts from the book itself, and then there's many stories of people
Wait.
traveling in and out of the hollow earth.
What book? What?
Dude, you gotta look online. I went deep into the rabbit hole.
Oh
with
my
this one.
God.
Like there was books and there's many stories that pretty much saying there's special intelligence thing that live inside of Earth.
Wait.
And then the hollow Earth has its own core,
So
which is the sun. So it's like there's like mountains inside of our Earth with like the sun in the middle. There's like villages. That's why if you go to the North Pole or South Pole, they block it off. You can't. There's no access to it at all. So that's why they're saying like they're trying to keep that place like with either on watch or some shit. I don't know.
hey, can anyone confirm on this? Because like this is kind of far fetched for me.
Really?
What?
You guys
To
never-
me, I think.
You guys never like read into it or like you watch videos?
I mean, I would love for you to tell me more.
I mean, that's as much as far as I know. I mean, on top, like without no notes or nothing, that's as much as I can like remember.
So how do they explain volcanoes then? Because volcanoes are literally molten shit from the middle of the earth. Or so they
Wait,
say.
so there's like a heat system underneath the earth, like a magma, like a regular earth, like you can learn from the science book, or like that's how I was taught, right? So where is all this energy coming from?
Okay.
Like the Middle Earth,
Go
like
to
how?
Google, type in hollow Earth, go through images.
Billy or James, can one of you do this?
Oh, okay. So, yeah, I mean, honestly, it's one of my favorite theories of all time, the hollow Earth. With the flat Earth, I think it's just a joke. Okay, but there's so many like pretty solid theories out there that the Earth is flat. But I just think it's funny. I don't take it seriously. Like I said, conspiracy theories.
Isn't there a famous basketball player that believes the Earth is flat? Kyrie?
Dennis Rodman,
Kyrie Irving?
Kyrie Irving. I mean, I think there's a lot of celebrities too are out there. They're trying to like, or Kid Cudi was like one of those people trying to say there's like a flat
He's a
Earth.
flat earther.
Yeah, but
Okay, so apparently there's an entire map.
Whoa!
There's an entire map for the inside of the Earth. So let's just... There is a sun there that is called Swang. Okay? There is a mountain system by the name of Bilbimetserol or Plutusia. There is Alvitabar, Hilar, Egyptilosis. You want to take a look at that, Tony? So apparently those are locations within the center of the Earth.
it's giving me Lord of the Ring vibes right now. You know what I'm saying?
500 miles.
Travel to the fucking Middle Earth, bro.
Siberia, China, North America. No.
So what is?
Wait,
How
hold
is there
on.
a sun there?
Wait. I just realized something. Can you tell me anything on Earth that has that kind of feature where you can put an ecosystem inside of a circle? Like, what on Earth is anywhere
Well-
remotely close to that?
There's hobbies. I see it on. It's literally there's a whole name for it. People create entire ecosystems.
No.
Build
Natural.
glass
No. That's built by humans. I'm talking about like natural. How can something like that happen
But
naturally?
it's the same-
There's
it's
literally
the same
nothing.
Theory.
Oh shit!
It's the same theory. How is that any different on a scale of inside of a glass bowl? All you have to do.
So how do you
Couple
build
things,
how do you
maybe.
build mountains and oceans and ecosystem inside of something that like that? That's what I'm saying.
I'm sure if we made a glass bowl big enough, what the hell is that called? I'm forgetting the name. People have like, you know what I'm talking about? People have plants and moss and all these and like worms and little stuff.
Right. And again, what I'm saying is like people can build that by human means. What in nature can reproduce something like that? How can that like happen naturally? Where like a mountain just grow not upward but inward, you know, or like an ocean just like define the law of like gravity. Like imagine an ocean in the hollow earth be controlled by what, the moon, or like how does water work inside of like a mass of like the size of Earth where gravity is pushing towards the center? How does gravity work in the center of the Earth? You know, so you kind of had to start thinking about these kind of things, like start asking questions, start like poking holes. So if you poke any holes, that means that your theory is kind of weak. So if I poke a hole in your theory and I can't disprove it, then like maybe your theory is stronger than like what I'm trying to disprove. That's like the whole process of the scientific method, right? So it's just I'm asking like elementary question, and like that's kind of where I'm going at.
But I feel like if the Earth came to made the way it is already, like what if it was already made to pretty much support an inner Earth with the core in the middle and mountains going on inside, and somehow everything just, you know what I'm saying?
See, and
wait,
hold that thought, and it goes back to what I was saying about like the ancient alien. What if? Could it be? You know, it's just like what ifs all day.
Yeah.
But then again, that's what conspiracy theories are all about. They're really what ifs, and it's pretty much just how far would you believe a theory. You know what I'm saying? And I like I said, I don't believe a lot of them, but some of them they have fucking solid facts, or like
it makes you think.
You know, it makes you like kind of like question your own self. Like, do I personally believe in something like that? You know, Hollow Earth, to me, 50-50. Maybe it's real, maybe it's not. If it is, it's cool. I want to see some dinosaurs with the flying dragons. I mean, come on, bro. Atlanteans, come on, you know?
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense because, I mean, none of us are geologists, you know, so we're not like studying it every day to the point where we can be like, absolutely not, that's not true. You know? So that's where the awe comes into play. And you're like, it's like reading a good book.
And then there's the trench in the ocean. I forgot what the Mariana Trench, the deepest. People never really been down there. Like, so imagine if that's already deep. Imagine like how further down it like could really be. You know what I'm saying? That with like the inner Earth as well, because the Earth is huge. It's not flat. You know what I'm saying? It's round.
So one day somebody inside the Earth, right, in the hollow inside of the Earth, is gonna poke a hole in the wrong place. And they're just gonna fucking the oceans are gonna empty inside the center of the Earth, and it's gonna fill it up, and they're all gonna drown and die.
Implode.
Yeah.
Or self-implode.
No.
Well, you guys seen the cartoons where like you know like a little kid would dig through the ground and he somehow ends up in China because he dug so far into the earth.
Yeah.
You know, like. I'm more inclined to believe that than like digging into like something and then like you fall out of the sky in an alternate like hollow earth, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't know. That I'm not a scientist.
Yeah.
That's just my thought on it.
I mean, we would have to have so much landmass because our mountains are literally created from volcanoes or the after effect of volcanoes. So tectonic plates bashing into each other, creating so much friction and heat that magma and all that shit starts to form, gets too hot, creates pressure, pushes shit up, the plates keep moving, and land is just getting pushed up, creates mountains. If there's mountains within the earth, where does it stop, you know? It's like, because according to this map, there are mountains inside the planet.
Okay.
So there would just have to be, not only is it going on up here, but it's going on down there too.
Okay. So with that, it could be like stalactite, right? So it could be that, but I'm trying to visualize it. Like, so is there like blue skies, or are there like literally dinosaurs running around, or like what is hollow Earth? You know.
It would.
So and earlier, like Ann was saying that like there's
a sun in Hollow Earth, so there's light.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the map has a sun. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Well, honestly, that's all my opinion is on the Hollow Earth. Do you have a favorite conspiracy? Because I do.
Go ahead.
My favorite conspiracy, and it's as crazy as it sounds. I partially believe it.
Hollow Earth?
No, it's definitely not crazy in the Hollow Earth.
Okay.
But all right. So earlier 2 years ago when COVID started, right? So you had to think like, okay, why did COVID start? And with the life that we're in right now, modern technology, we're no longer apes. We're no longer like people fighting the bubonic plague.
Yeah.
We have a lot of like shit in the world like under our control.
Yeah.
Like space of where animals can live. We can eradicate diseases. We can build technology to do pretty much whatever the hell we want. We have like a power supercomputer in our pocket at any given moment, right?
Yeah.
So what all I'm trying to say is we as human beings has evolved to a point where we can pretty much control everything around us, pretty much the whole entire Earth at this point.
Yeah.
Right. So the whole
Literally
theory.
create clouds now.
Yeah, so you can
Control
create
the
clouds, so that you can probably create like viruses and stuff, and like we've seen this before, where people create a virus. But the whole point of the conspiracy theory is, oh fuck, Ant's not even here, he's not even gonna hear it, but I'll bring it up to him again. But the point is, when Christopher Columbus discovered America, right? So
Going
he
back.
yeah, so he goes way back, right? So I'm Christopher Columbus, right? I'm European. I have like this immunity system where I'm against like. I don't know what the hell disease they had back then, right?
Yeah.
So, but he would go to America, right, and expose his germs and his diseases and stuff to the Native American,
Yeah.
and they ended up dying
Measles.
by the measles, right, and all the disease that he brought because the people over there was not like their immune system wasn't strong enough to fight against these new viruses,
Yeah.
right? Think of that. But the theory is aliens are trying to visit us, right? But if they visit us, they either gonna give us disease that our body is not like strong enough to fight against, or if they visit us and like their immune system is not strong enough, so we end up killing their population, right? So what end up happening? Hold on, I'm almost done with the theory. So what end up happening is the aliens visit Earth, right? They're like, hey yo.
So aliens gave us COVID.
No, not exactly. No, but the point is, so here's the theory, right? The alien visited Earth, like, hey yo, military guys, your people is gonna fuck us up, or we're gonna fuck your people up with our diseases, right? So you need to find a way where we can safely visit Earth and at the same time not kill all your people. So here's what you do: you're gonna make a virus, right? Spread it among everybody, so they can build immunity.
Get them prepared.
Get them prepared, right? Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Right. So we're boosting our immune system to the alien diseases. So once they do visit us, they're not going to kill us with the diseases because we're already like injected ourselves with like the coronavirus immunity shit. Right. Same concept with like, what if you knew what happened to Christopher Columbus, and right, like if I were in the future, I'm gonna go back in time before Christopher Columbus came to America, right? I'm gonna be like, hey, yo, Native Americans, we need to strengthen up your immunity system, so we're gonna kill off half your population with this disease. But killing half your population is better than killing your whole entire population because you can't handle the disease that these new people are gonna come over with. Crazy or what? Right?
Yeah.
I think aliens are making a big mistake coming to Earth because humans are dirty as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. I don't think we got to worry about getting diseases from them.
Yeah, they gotta worry about us.
Yeah, 100,000%.
Have you seen all the germs that are in our mouth?
Yeah. I think they're good to go.
That's why they come in suits,
Anthony's back.
skin tight suits, and
Let's hit him with the
hazmat.
quick part of let's wrap. I'll give him the what do you call that? The quick version. So take that.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. You want to explain it again fast?
I don't know.
All right. So, aliens came here to Area 51, pretty much. Talked to the government and said, "Yo, we want to come visit, but the humans can't handle our diseases. If we come here, they're gonna get sick and they're gonna die, right? So you guys got to start." Make a virus that is close to what we have and start giving them immunity so when we come to visit, all the humans don't get sick and die.
So
That's what's
so
been going on.
so yeah.
Pretty much
So
our government is preparing us for aliens to come to visit.
So think about like Christopher Columbus, right? So he had all the diseases. He went to America, right? And because the Native American was not equipped for like all the disease that the European had, they all died from the infection from the virus and shit, right? So if you were a time traveler, you go back in time and you talk to a Native American and tell them all that, and in fact half of their population with this disease, so the other half would grow immunity. So once Christopher Columbus come and visit, they'll be immune to the diseases that the Europeans are gonna bring. Same shit that the aliens are doing, but this time the present time, the government is creating the diseases, and China was probably the first one that was like, hey, let's spread this shit right now and build immunity. That's my favorite
'cause they
theory.
got the biggest population.
See, it just kind of makes sense, right? But yeah, that's long story short. What I was trying to tell him while you were in the bathroom.
I don't even know what to say back to that. Well, that's like, okay, I think I've heard something similar, but that's pretty spot on what you guys has pretty much described. That's a good ass theory, though. Is that a theory?
I heard it somewhere.
That's Tony's theory. No.
That's not a theory. That's just some rumor.
But that's the whole point of a conspiracy. It's kind of fun to think about, you know? I mean, like, if it's true, it's true, and like I'm doing exactly what the ancient alien people are doing. It's just, it's just thinking.
What did they say COVID came from? Like, it was either like
Bats?
it was bats or it was man-made.
Then again,
somewhere in
what if that's
Wuhan, China.
right? But then again, what if that's just something they want you to believe say freak you out? Because that's just pretty good. I mean, that's pretty wow. That's a good ass theory. My mind's kind of blown right now. But wow, I didn't know what to say back to that. Okay.
Then what did you say about the Delta variant and the Omicron? All these mutations from COVID, if we're trying to build herd immunity.
Different aliens. Oh my
Dear
god. Here we go.
No, but I mean that's just how viruses work, right? They don't want to kill us, otherwise they have nowhere to breed. So they when they first come around, they're killing everything, and they go, oh shit, we need to stop doing this because we're not going to survive. So they get weaker and weaker, right?
What if the Black Plague was their first attempt when they realized that they were killing too many people too fast and the disease wasn't spread fast enough?
There's
So they were like,
everywhere.
they keep on dying. They keep on dropping like flies. All right, so what they do?
Hell, they put
they're
those
like,
crazy masks on.
you guys remember that phone game Pandemic?
Yes.
Right? It's the same
Yeah.
concept, right? So in order to beat the game, the strategy is you want to make your virus spreadable as possible. So you get it in the air, you get it in the water, you get it in the food, you get it in like the people touching germs and shit, right? And you lay dormant, right? So you spread as much as you can, and once everybody gets it, boom, you kill everybody at that time. And that's kind of how you beat the game. And like, yes, it doesn't reflect reality because it's probably a lot more complicated than that, but like, I mean, it's close enough. Right? I mean, like,
Yeah.
if I were a disease and I wanted to kill off the human race, that's what I would do. I wouldn't kill people right off the bat, right? Because then, like, there's nobody to spread the virus,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And again, I'm not making any claim. I'm just saying, what if? Could it be? Right?
Yeah.
So that's my favorite conspiracy.
Jeez Louise.
Totally off subject, but everyone's bored and they want to chill. Just want to see if you guys want to talk about anything else. We can maybe wrap it up, have a little chill time the rest of the. This is the last day. You know what I'm saying? Is there anything else you guys want to talk about? Any more subject? What's up to you guys? So I can let them know. Because nothing's working at the moment.
Right.
They want to come down here.
Okay. So there is something that I kind of want to just get everyone's opinion right now. So
Okay.
with everyone where they're at right now. So you just recently got engaged. Congratulations, Aunt.
Oh, thank you.
Right. So Bailey's single, and I'm dating, and James is single. So and I was thinking, like, what the hell is going on in like the dating world right now? Right. So like, what are men thinking, and what are women thinking? And like, I'm not trying to target anyone. I'm trying to like try to understand the idea from like every single different angle. Right, from someone that recently got engaged, from someone that's single, and someone that's like dating. So like, what are y'all's opinion going on? Because I have my own strong opinion, and like I'll save that for later. So you guys want to share it? Just let me know.
You want to go first?
Well, yeah, let's let the single guys share their thoughts first. I'll let James go first because
Whoa, why me? Why me?
I'm sure
save me
we
for
have
last.
vastly different thoughts on this. I think maybe we have different. We got different things going on in our lives.
What do
you
you
know?
guys say?
You want me to go first?
Yeah,
Okay,
please.
I'll go first. So, back in the day, I worked in a restaurant with Anthony. I dated a couple different girls then. There's one girl I dated for a while. You know who she is. I love that girl. Didn't work out. I am an alcoholic.
Whoa.
Was.
No.
Oh, at the moment. Oh.
I still am. There is no.
What?
You don't stop being an alcoholic. Anyway, that's not what we're talking about. I started drinking real heavy then. You know, I've been working on that for years now. I'm now sober. I'll be sober for 3 years in May. Clap, clap, clap. clap.
Congrats.
Good for me. But I spent 3 years of my life working on myself. You know, and now here I am, no longer working in restaurants where I'm around women a lot. You know, I'm older now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'll be 32 at the end of this year. I go to work with 2 guys. You know, I come home and I do stuff around my house, and then I get on PlayStation with the boys at the end of the night. You know, I don't have a lot of hobbies outside of the house that I'm doing. I'm not going on dating apps because to me that's a joke. You know, everybody's on there to just fuck, let's be real. Which is fun and all, but I mean, I did that in my 20s. You know, like I said, I'm 32 now. I'm not just looking to go around and fuck different people every night. You know, I don't care about that anymore, you know? So, naturally, it's hard for me to meet somebody, you know? Like, so I think about that all the time. Like, what the fuck am I going to do? What am I supposed to do, you know? Like, and people tell me, you got to get hobbies, you got to get out there. That's hard to do also, you know? I have the things I like to do, and most of that involves being home, you know, or being out in my yard, you know, not going to fucking church like my grandmother would like me to do and meet a nice church-going girl. You know, that's just not in my playbook. I don't want to do that, you know? If it happens, then great. You know, I don't like going to do charity work and give food to the homeless and meet a girl doing charity work. Yeah, maybe I should do that because it's nice to do, but I just don't fucking do that, you know? Sorry. I mean, I go to work, I go home, I work around my house, I play my video games at night. You know, so now I'm at a loss. I'm like, what do I do? You know, so I'm kind of just, it's like, at this point in my life, it's like I got to leave it up to the stars. You know, if I meet somebody, then so be it. You know? When is that going to happen? I don't know. Eventually, I'll reach a point where I do start going out and doing other things, and I will meet somebody. When? I don't know. You know, like, we'll see. But that's my situation.
I appreciate you sharing all that, man, and I definitely want to hear your Aunt and James' opinion first before I say about, because I always have a strong opinion about this kind of stuff.
So I feel like if you put yourself out there more, like you said, you would like to go out and
No, don't talk about me. Talk about your own thoughts.
on it, on what you said.
No, on.
Oh, but
no.
But before my own thought, I want to just kind of speak on
Okay.
on you. Yeah. Just kind of generalizing it. So I feel like if you put yourself out there, it'll be easier for you to find somebody. But if you're not in a rush and you're doing your own thing, you're taking care of yourself, I feel like that's fine. You know, the right one will come along eventually.
Yeah.
But you can speed that process up by going out to a random bar, just say, hey, I'm gonna go out, maybe not even buy a drink of alcohol.
I'm an alcoholic. Going to a bar?
Okay, maybe go to a dessert place, get some coffee, a coffee shop, and then you just see a pretty girl sitting by herself reading a book, and you're just like, hey, let me buy her a coffee. You know, like walk up to her, can I get you a coffee or something? And then you guys start talking, and then, you know, I mean, but that's just you putting yourself out there.
Yeah.
Then again, it's possible. You can literally find someone tomorrow. You never know.
Yeah.
You know, the right one literally might be around the corner. So, well, I mean, in the meantime, dude, you're young. There's no rush. You know, you just be a weirdo dad. But you know, who am I? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Anyways, what's your thoughts on the situation of, you know, I guess Billy, or we can move on to James. Okay.
Okay, so we're going on to me now. All right. So I can kind of feel where Billy's at. You know, we find like a safe comfort spot where, you know, we're comfortable in it, and then we kind of don't want to like branch out and do something different. You know, it feels like it could be a hassle or something like that.
I make my coffee at home. I don't want to go to a fucking
Yeah,
coffee
spend
bar.
$5 at Starbucks.
Yeah, it's bullshit. I gotta do that to me sometimes. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good. So I guess my situation is that I'm not being very active at the moment because me personally, I'm shy, and I'm also afraid of like just rejection. So if I, you know, even though that's like a whole process where, you know, it's, you meet plenty of people, but just that feeling of being rejected, you know, it kind of hurts and it demotivates you to go out and try again. But so if I can somehow overcome that and, you know, put myself out there more, it's just like, you know, you meet lots of people and then you'll find somebody that will accept you, you know, the way you are. But it's just getting that first step out to get past that, and, you know, find somebody you like or have some kind of chemistry with this other person. Yeah, now it's just like, it's hard finding, or I guess it's hard like talking to girls now. If they go up to some girl, they'll think you're kind of creep or a weirdo and get pushed out. So really, it seems like dating apps kind of way to go. You put in, you know, your interests, and then you get a match, you go out, you talk, and if you click, you click. If you don't, you go to the next person. But, you know, it's just something that I need to do. I have people tell me all the time, like, you should, you know, try it out, give it a shot. But then it goes back to, I'm just a shy person, and just being rejected sucks. So,
Can I add to that?
yeah.
Okay. Along those same lines, it's like any girl I've ever been with, it was natural. Like, it was either in high school or working in the restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I never went on a dating app or went up to a girl and was like, "Hi, my name's Billy. I think you're, you know, really beautiful, and I'd like to wonder if I can get your number, and so maybe I could take you out sometime." I've never done that in my entire life. You know, any girl I've ever been with or gone out with, I was like friends with them first. You know, I worked with them. I knew them. I went to school with them. It was just a natural thing, you know. It was like, hey, we're going to go out tomorrow night. And it was like, okay, yeah, I know you, you know, like, because that feeling was there, you know. Like, there was no wondering about it or, oh, my God, should I ask her, should I not? I knew already.
Yeah, or did I say something stupid that to scare her off or some shit
rejection,
like that? Yeah.
You know? So that's something now where, like, Anthony, when you set me up with Tina, I took Tina out. I was in a fucking mess. I didn't know what the fuck to say or do. I had never been in a situation where I was out with somebody who I had just met. It was like the second time I've ever met them, and I'm sitting at somewhere with them, and I'm like, what the fuck do I say? You know, what the fuck do I do? I don't know what the fuck. Like, hey, how are you? What are you doing? Blah, 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 you know? It was awkward.
Yeah, but I feel like you guys seen enough movies to pretty much kind of like, hey, I mean, just honestly, if you're interested in a person, it should come naturally to you as well. Like, wanting to know, I guess, what they like, what they don't like, who the fuck they really are, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, just simple questions, kind of like peel back the surface.
Yeah, I get that now.
Oh,
I
yeah.
always get that, but when you're in the situation, it's a different story when you're there. You know, when you're sitting there with them, with this new person.
Okay. Well, see, that's stuff you I guess, overcome through multiple times of doing it. Because maybe it was your first time back on the field again. Because think about it.
Yeah.
That was after, you know, Shishu, who not be, you know, named.
Yeah.
But yeah. But see, but I'm going to speak on James' experiences. Like, I feel like I went through that through high school. I went through rejections, and I went through trials and, like, trivials, I guess. You know, just like like kind of put myself out there and then get rejected and then be like, all right, you know what? I kind of just didn't let it get to me after a while, but I did feel like, I mean, kind of bad, you know, like it's a sucky ass feeling. But then I started going for the 100% sure. You know what I'm saying? Oh, someone tell me, oh, hey, that girl thinks you're cute or that girl likes you. Automatic. That's easy. That's money in the bag. You know what I'm saying? That's like you go up to them and just be like, hey, say some random corny, not even, hey, I heard you think I was cute, or I heard you like me or something. Just spark an interest, and she'd be like, oh.
Yeah, that makes sense. I was with the same exact girl all throughout high school.
Okay.
And then until I was 21 after that. So I never had those experiences of bullshitting with different women and talking to them and kind of like the same idea as dating someone.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Getting to know them, being slick, shooting the shit. You know, I was friends with this same person for 7 years. You know? Whatever.
All right. Man, there's a whole lot to unpack. There's definitely a lot of things I want to say. Just from this cabin trip experience, like I started noticing. Well, I know this already, but it's just the more that it happened, the more I see it myself. Like the more I realize that like it's actually true. The example I'm using is Davy and Anna, and when it comes to Anna, right, and because she's a girl, right, you kind of have to pamper her a little bit. You know, I always call her like, you know, baby girl, I tell her I love you, and like I always comfort her, I always try to be there for her, you know, and like if she gets on my skin, I'm like, okay, whatever, she's fine. She's a little girl, right? But when it comes to Davian, he's a boy, and like when it comes to men and boy, we kind of have to grow ourselves. We can't just be stupid. We don't get pampered. The world doesn't pamper to us. You know, as a man, we have to build ourselves to get what we want. You know, we don't operate the same way as women do. You know, like you think I should treat Davian the way I treat Anna? I shouldn't, because if I do that, I'm setting him up not to succeed as a man. Right? And as a man, he has to learn like respect and like, you know, be good and do good for yourself. If you don't do that, you're not gonna get what you want. And that lesson carry out to our adult life too.
Chris Rock said, women and pets are the only things that are loved unconditionally.
Right?
Men are loved based on what
condition, what how useful you are.
Yeah.
Right? And that kind of goes, and you think about this, right? Like back in like the 1800s, if you are a king, there's a lot of women that will pursue you regardless how you look, regardless of like, you know, what you've done. If you have power, if you have money, you can pretty much control your life, who you want to date, you know, and you have all this power, right? So when we're younger,
got to carry around hot sauce.
Yeah, they have to carry around a lot of hot sauce. You know, they have to be real careful on like who they're gonna bring in, because like eventually they're gonna run out of hot sauce. You don't want that to happen. Were there even hot sauce back in the day?
I'm sure there was.
You know, but like I guess I'm not really trying to give advice. I'm just rambling at this point. But as a 30-year-old man, like what concerned me with what you said is you're only 30, and like I said, when it comes to boy, we have to grow and prove ourselves, right? And you have to prove yourself, and as a man, the older you get, the more power you will have, in a sense, you know. So like imagine if you were 12 and you said exactly what you said, like, oh man, women don't like this, this, all this stuff, and then like, but you haven't even peaked where you are in life. You know, so you're still young, and what you kind of have to acknowledge at this point is like,
was 21 with 2 kids already, and working his ass off, and with his own house and supporting his family. You know, I see that, and I'm 30. I get fucking anxiety.
Right.
I'm like, oh my god, I'm moving too slow. I should already have a 10-year-old.
See, and like you shouldn't have to, I guess, have me tell you this, but you shouldn't compare yourself to others. Right, you know that,
father,
right?
You know, I look
right.
up to him.
Right.
I see his situation. I say I should be like that.
Right.
My father works his ass off for his kids and his family.
Right.
I should be just like him.
Well, the thing is, you know? as a father figure, well, I mean, I get that, but as a father figure, he's supposed to be like a role model, not someone you try to fill your shoes in.
No,
right?
You're right.
But it is a good,
exactly like you just said.
It is.
You're 31. You're doing great.
Right.
You're doing all the things you should be doing. And I'm like, thanks, Dad. You know, like, glad to hear that. But I guess inside I'm like, it's not enough. I should have more done now.
Right.
You know, I should have accomplished more by now.
Do you think that everyone that ever lived on this earth feel the exact same way you felt at one point? Because I'll put my money that is the case.
Yeah, 100%.
Right, because we're never gonna feel fulfilled.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And like I think everyone goes through that. Like even Drake.
Yeah.
You know, like it's just a human condition where it's just not enough. So that's what motivates us to do more than what we have now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I guess to comment on James said with the whole shyness thing, it's like you can't expect to go hunting without getting like hurt or injured. You can't expect to I guess you can't expect to play hockey without getting hit a couple times. You know?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Right?
I like
I mean, it's part of the game. And like the sooner you kind of learn that like this fucking sucks and like I'm not the only one that experienced this, like it makes it easier, like in your mental space. So like it frees you up to like worry about other shit rather than like rejection, I guess. I mean that's just my 2 cents.
Well, yeah, that scares the shit out of me too.
Yeah.
Because I've literally never been rejected.
Well,
But only because I've only been, like I said earlier,
natural
been with
natural.
women that I've never been in that situation to be rejected.
Right.
So now I'm like, oh my god, you know.
Yeah. So and I guess think about this. If you are a king of a nation, right, and you ask a girl out and she says no, right? I mean, do you think that the king's feeling would be hurt? I mean, he has enough power to like
No, he
go
doesn't.
up to like another girl, like, hey,
with their head.
off. Yeah, exactly. Off of their head,
their head.
in English translation, in modern translation, onto the next one, right? So if the whole point is, if you are a king, right, and you have all this power, you can do what you want in this world that we live in, and that should be one of the rules that men had to apply. And it goes back to the example that I was saying with Davian. You can't expect the world to give you shit. The world isn't going to pamper you. So you kind of have to build yourself up, or else you're not going to get what you want. And like, if you are a king and you got all this power, you can kind of get whatever you want. You know.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I'm saying. So I mean, I'm not saying that the kid can get the one or whatever the hell he's looking for, but I'm saying it gives him more opportunity because he developed himself. And like James right now, Mr. Tesla, Mr. owning nail salon business, you know, like he's doing good for himself. And then Yas King, you know, and I was saying earlier, just the same as you, Billy. Like we're all still young. You know, we haven't peaked yet. We're still growing. We're still developing. And then like the older we get, the more power we have within ourselves. And with all that power, it gives us more freedom to pursue what we want, whether it's women, money, or career, or whatever. And I guess just let life go and I guess grow the way that you want to grow. And if you want to grow financially, do that. Focus on that. If you want to focus on like relationship, then you got to focus on that. And I guess the last thing I want to say is you have to ask yourself, what do you want? And at this moment, I have a feeling my buddy Nick and my buddy Andrew, if they are listening, they're probably laughing because we were on a walk and I pretty much told them the same thing. As a man, like, what do you want? And then like, if you have to know what you want if you're going to ask me to help you get what you want. Right? So I can't tell you like, hey, go after this. You have to tell me what you want and then I can help you go after that. So yeah, that's Tony's ramble. Sorry that it took up like 10 minutes.
All right, so I'm gonna keep it short. My view on relationships, or just, I guess an own insight of my own. I feel like I found the one. Actually, I don't feel. I know I found the one. That's why I, pretty much.
Hey.
That's pretty much why I said that I wanted to marry her. And the reason I proposed even this weekend was because I was talking to somebody, and then they made me realize that if you know you found the one and you want to settle with that person for the rest of your life, and you just know it, like, why do you have to wait a certain time to propose, or, you know what I'm saying? And that made me even more, like, fucking impatient because I just want to get it over with. Actually, I wouldn't even say that, get over with. I just want to just call her my fiance and be like, yo, I want to be locked down for the rest of my life with you. I don't see myself being with another person at all. So, and I want to show her that I'm sure this is what I want, and that's up to her if she wants the same thing. And I mean, simple as that. It's just knowing.
She makes you feel like a king, right?
Yeah, she does.
Hey.
She makes me a better me, And,
Right.
And it's hard to find somebody that can love you unconditionally without, what I'm saying, asking for anything or like looking bypast it, all my flaws, or pretty much just accept me for who I like really am, and sometimes I can be pretty lazy, you know. And she lets me be lazy, and I'm just like that. Shit makes me, bro. She makes me feel like I'm on top of the world sometimes, and I think that's what my definition of true love, or like just pretty much be so comfortable with someone you just you don't have to hide nothing. There's no walls between me and her, or yeah, there's like it's a deep connection beyond like. And then we actually had like a weird psychedelic experience that kind of like pretty much made me realize, you know what I'm saying, I love her like spiritually, emotionally, physically, you know, like I'll say that for another time for like a psychedelic like podcast talk, but we had a weird spiritual trip, you know. But yeah, we'll say that for another Tony's Temple, you know. But yeah, to end it all, I love her, you know. I love her.
Aww.
I know for sure that that's just what I want, and I've known this for a while since we started dating. So I just, I want to take care of her and, be able to kind of see the rest of my days with her, and that's all I want, and just to kind of put a cap on it, a little hammer on it,
Ding, ding, ding.
You rub it in, why don't you? No, I'm just
Sorry,
kidding.
hey,
I'm just
no.
kidding. No, congrats, man. I'm happy
Thank
for
you,
you, bro.
thank you.
Happy for you.
Yeah. Well, what do you guys want to do? You want to keep going, or maybe I'll cut this out, or time to wrap it up? Okay. Well, I guess right about now is a good time to wrap it up, and I just want to say thank you for the three of y'all for being gentlemen and hanging out with the homies. This is the boys. This is what we do almost every other night. Again on the PS5, just the four of us shooting our shit, playing Fortnite, and yeah, I just want to say thank you guys for being part of the podcast.
Yeah, man, I'm definitely coming back. I'm going to be a future guest
Yes.
a lot of times. So.
Right, and I want to be able to continue with this because I feel like this is a good topic that a lot of people are able to get like naturally talk about, and like and it piques my interest.
Thanks, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, follow me on Instagram at I'm just kidding.
No,
I'm not
Sean,
gonna be one of those people. Nah.
Do it.
Sure, just put my Instagram in the caption. You know what I'm saying? I'll text it to you.
I'll be a special guest in the upcoming podcast.
He's special, all right?
Special guest.
All right, thank you everyone for listening in, and hope you enjoy your time at Tony's Temple, and I'll see you on the next episode. Goodbye.